Hey guys, I'm going to show you how to set the brake flashes on the custom LED rear tail light. So first you want to ground the wire. As you can see here, I just stripped back some of the gray, twisted it together. This is not going to be a permanent solution for me. And then I grounded the black wire just to that right there, and that's pretty much it. Nothing fancy. Sorry. And then, so this is how it should look like, with the toggle switch pointing towards that pin that's not being used. So it should be pointing that way, okay? Hopefully you can see this pretty clearly. So at this point, you have it pretty much grounded. Turn the ignition to the on position, and you'll notice the lights come up, but they're only yellow. So that's your programming mode. And then from here, like so, to program the number of pulses you want, you just switch it twice, 1, 2, but you have to do it within 10 seconds of you turning on the ignition switch. So since I didn't get the 10 seconds, that means that it's not going to work. So I have to do it again. One, two. And then switch it off. So now it's in the programming position, and you'll notice that the last switch that I did was to switch it that way, because in the directions it's going to be on when it's pointing in that direction. So to switch it to the programming mode to change the pulses, you go from that position, you go 1, back 2, and then that third one is the off position. So if I had switched it back to the on position, that would put me in mode 3, which is not something that I want. So from here, since it's in the programming mode, I just toggle it. That's one flash or a couple flashes, and you can see the different pulse rates. And since I'm going to be using my brake light modulator, I'm just going to keep it on a steady flash, because yeah, so I'd be using that. And the reason for that is when you hit the brake, oh, sorry, it's gotta take this off. So when I hit the brake, it's gonna flash, flash, flash. So I don't want to annoy people with that. So I'm just going to set it to the steady position, and then use the brake light modulator that I also sell, so that I can prevent that from happening. So again, I'm going to ground the wire, make sure it's in the right position, set it to the on position, it's yellow. 1, 2, and flashes twice to tell me that I'm in mode 2. And that's it. And when you're done, just turn off the ignition, disconnect this, and make sure, turn back on, and no flashing. So, sorry about that, I'm back. Had a slight issue with the brake light modulator. Anyways, so as you can see, it's set to just normal. You can take this out. Plug it in like so. It's all together. And that's how I like it. So again, easy install for the light setup. Not too bad for the switch itself. Although I think if you were to try to just ground the wire and do it by hand, I don't think it'd work out. It's just because the time that you need, it's just not feasible. So if you don't like the factory setting, which is a few pulses, and and that's all you get is a few pulses every time you hit the brake, that's fine. If you don't, I would recommend the Blaster X switch.